Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Are you Toyota fan and Toyota geek enough to watch video about the spark plug? If you are, stay with me in this video. As I work at my shop on Toyota vehicles, I can see through the work all kinds of engines and all kinds of spark plugs. And from my videos, you know, I meticulously stay with a Denso brand, a Japanese Denso brand, because these are the spark plugs, so that's the maker which supplies Toyota vehicles when they are brand new coming out of the factory. I try to avoid this brand as much as I can. I will only use it when the Denso is not available and the vehicle has to be done that day, and I know this was recommended by the Toyota, right? If you use the owner's manual, if it's there, okay, as an emergency I will, but I will always love to install Densos no matter what. Obviously, and I keep mentioning it in the videos, I will never use any auto lights or stuff like that, which are very cheap. They might be recommended by the aftermarket stores, but I will never put it in somebody's Toyota vehicle. And as we have many different engines in Toyotas, there are also different spark plugs. You can see some of them will have a U-groove, some of them are Iridiums for their long life, and how long life we will discuss in just a second. Some of them are double platinum, so these had to be cheaper ones, and so on and so on. And in the past we discussed together on this channel the spark plug, which was very unique and was developed for Toyota V6 engine, which has that model 5VZFE. And you know me in the videos, anytime I will be doing spark plugs on that engine and I will find out that somebody put a single tip spark plug instead of this double tip, I will go on the large rant and make a big fuss, big deal of it. And the reason is because I know this is exclusive design, this is exactly what needs to be in that engine, and cutting corners, it's a very bad idea. And that's the past, we already talked about it, so I will put this one back. But the reason I'm making this video is something what you most likely didn't see yet. I just recently saved this from my friend's 2019 Tacoma with V6 engine, and there is brand new design in that engine of the spark plug, which I would love to show you right now. So I have a great pleasure to introduce you to the Denso FK20HBR8, and this is an Iridium long life spark plug. And to give you as correct information as possible, I will be using Denso USA page, tell you few details about this very special spark plug. So when I just read the first sentence, it became clear that they are factory installed on luxury vehicles by automakers such as GM, Toyota, Honda and Mitsubishi. And I have switched the background color to be finally able to show you what is so interesting and special about this spark plug. Well, normally we can see always here that one grounding electrode, and we see one center electrode. This is a most spark plugs on the market, and that's obviously boring, and we will be not wasting time watching on that. But look at this one. This one in 2019 Tacoma, which the engine model is 2GR-FKS. It's a V6 engine, 3.5 liter. So it has this 3-tip, if I can say it, 3-tipped spark plug. Now Denso, if I'm reading their info, this is a long-lasting spark plug, and it is designed for 80 to 100,000 miles. Surprisingly, Toyota on that engine says it should be replaced in the interval of 60,000 miles. Now this spark plug has a name Iridium on it. So what is containing the Iridium? If you look on the center electrode, right there, that miniature one right in center, this is a fine wire, and that has a iridium surface on it. And that's the only iridium coated area right in the center there, because these 3 ground electrodes, 2 on the sides and the main one right there, they are coated with a platinum. Now, reading from Denso, a few more details. We know it's a 14 millimeter thread and the pitch is 1.25. The sealing type is the gasket, which is down here on the bottom. That's very normal for Toyota, right? When we look on the torque, this is in the aluminum engine, right? So the torque, Denso says, it's between 15 and 22 foot-pounds of torque. They give a warranty 1 year for it, and as we discussed already, the longevity is 80 to 100,000 miles. However, in that engine, in the Tacoma, Toyota clearly says, please replace after 60,000 miles. Many of you in the past videos saw me putting some anti-seize on the threads, tiny amount of it. If you again go back to Denso, they say that the threads are machine rolled to prevent seizing or cross-threading during installation and removal. So I guess all of you were giving me hard time and saying, Peter, don't do it. I guess you guys were right. If you use the correct spark plugs, Densos, there's no need to put any extra miniature amount of anti-seize. What is interesting also, I didn't know personally, the Denso says here, they are 100% pre-fired to assure the highest quality possible. Pretty sure this video will be not complete without discussing the price. So as you can imagine, these modern iridium spark plugs are way more expensive than the old ones. This special twin tip from Toyota K16 TR11, right? We discussed that. It was in the 5VZ FE V6 engine. You can see the difference, how everything is progressing. So this twin tip, very special spark plug, nothing ordinary. These cost like $4. They are super cheap. And they are not iridium or a platinum, right? We know that. So I guess the materials matter. Very cheap. It's a V6 times 4, 6 times 4, $24, right? Now we have a modern 3.5 liter V6, which requires iridium spark plug with 3 tips we just discussed. Well, guess what? Price went significantly up. The Denso page, which I was just using the data from, They are saying one is $16. I checked all kinds of prices for you. So I checked with O'Reilly. O'Reilly is asking 17. I think it was $16.99. And as usually, Napa Auto Parts, they are not shy to charge you. It's so funny. They are asking $21 per one. So if you will buy it from Napa, 21 plus tax. Don't forget tax, right? What it will be? Almost 10%. So you are almost on 23. Let's say 22. $22 per spark plug. 22 times 6 is 120 plus 12, 132, right? $132 for 6 spark plugs on an engine. So you can see the difference. It's big. Of course. Why the difference? It's so large. The new ones rated by Toyota for 60,000 miles. This one will be 30,000, right? The intervals on the old ones, which are not Iridiums, the intervals are way shorter. If it was not that V6, if it was, let's say, Prius, which is using Iridium spark plugs, you guys know, I'm sure you are aware, that the intervals for replacement, it's actually over 100,000 miles. I believe it's scheduled at 105,000 miles. So the spark plugs cost more, but they are also supposed to last way longer. So I hope you enjoyed this tech video. I hope I didn't bore you to death. If you like it, please give it a thumb up and make sure you are subscribed. I have way more videos about Toyotas coming your way soon. Thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend.